As we grow older, we begin to see life in a way we never did before. The lens through which we view the world becomes clearer, sharper, and more discerning. We start to realize who truly values us, who respects us, and just as importantly, who has been secretly holding us back all our lives. This realization can be both liberating and painful. You might think you have the freedom to go anywhere, do anything, and visit anyone. But as you start to build your life and become more self-aware, there are certain places and certain people you need to avoid. In your later years, the wisdom you gain should teach you one thing above all: protect your peace. There are 4 kinds of people whose homes you should never visit, especially when you've worked hard to build something for yourself and you understand your own worth. These individuals may appear welcoming on the surface, but their presence will drain your energy, steal your peace, and pull you back into negativity. Let me explain who they are and why you should protect yourself from them. 1. The one who sees you as the past version of yourself. The first type of person you should never visit is the one who still sees you as the person you used to be, the version of yourself you've worked so hard to leave behind. You know who I'm talking about. These are the people from your past who refuse to acknowledge how much you've grown. You walk into their home and you instantly feel the weight of your past self pressing down on you. They don't recognize the strides you've made, the progress you've achieved, or the growth you've undergone. Instead, they continue to treat you as if you're still that weak, insecure, struggling person you once were. This is dangerous, because the moment you step back into that environment, you risk slipping back into those old habits and patterns. You might not realize it, but just being in that space can cause you to regress. You might start to doubt your worth, question your abilities, and even feel like you're not enough. The reality is that this is a reflection of how they see you, not who you are today. If you allow them to keep you tethered to the past, they will pull you back into a reality you've long since outgrown. Number 2, the one who secretly resents you. The second kind of person to avoid is the one who secretly resents your success, your change, and the fact that you've made something of yourself. They'll act friendly when you visit, offer you a drink, and smile as if they're happy to see you. But deep down, they can't stand the fact that you've escaped the cycle they're still stuck in. They can't stand that you've made it and they haven't. They resent your progress because it highlights their own failures. Jealousy can hide behind polite smiles, but it doesn't stay hidden forever. As you start to open up and share your wins, they'll hit you with passive-aggressive comments, sarcastic remarks, and jabs that leave you feeling uncomfortable. It's subtle at first. Must be nice, or some of us don't have it that easy, or I miss the old you. But make no mistake, they don't miss the old you. They miss the version of you they could control. They miss the days when you weren't a threat to their ego. And now, every success you have reminds them of what they've failed to achieve. Their resentment can be toxic. If you allow these people to stay in your life, they will slowly poison your mind. You might leave their house feeling different, questioning yourself, feeling guilty about your success, wondering if maybe you've changed for the worse. That's exactly what they want. They want to drag you down to their level, so they no longer feel inferior to you. And if you keep giving them access to your life, they will succeed in making you doubt your worth. 3. The one who lives in failure and excuses. The third type of person you need to avoid is the one whose life is filled with failure and excuses. You've been there before. The home where all you hear is complaints about how life is unfair, how everything is someone else's fault, and how the system is rigged. The energy in that space is heavy, suffocating. It makes you feel like you should just sit down, relax, and waste time with them. After all, that's what they're doing, right? But here's the truth. Failure is contagious. If you spend too much time around people who blame everyone else for their lack of success, who make excuses for their shortcomings, you will begin to adopt their mindset. You'll start seeing the world through their eyes, where everything is stacked against you, and victory is out of reach. You'll begin to think that winning is impossible. That's why successful people don't waste time with failures. Not because they think they're better than them, but because they know how powerful influence can be. The people you surround yourself with can either lift you up or drag you down. If you're around negative, bitter, and defeated individuals, you'll start to mirror those qualities. You'll start making excuses instead of taking responsibility. You'll find yourself stuck in a cycle of negativity, and before you know it, you'll be just as lost as they are. Number 4. The one who doesn't respect you. The fourth and most dangerous kind of person to avoid is the one who doesn't respect you. Respect is fundamental in any relationship. If someone doesn't treat you with the dignity you deserve, there is no reason for you to keep showing up in their life. This includes family members, old friends, or anyone else who has no regard for who you are today. It doesn't matter if they've known you forever. If they speak down to you, dismiss you, or treat you like you are less than them, you have no business being in their home. Respect is not something you should have to earn over and over again. It's something that should be given freely, and if someone isn't offering it, they don't deserve your time or energy. You have one life, and you cannot afford to waste it in places or with people who make you feel less than what you are. You might think that by being the bigger person, you can eventually win their respect. But the truth is, they probably won't change. The longer you allow someone to disrespect you, the more you teach them that it's okay. You deserve to be surrounded by people who lift you up, who value you, and who respect you for who you are. If you continue to give your time to people who don't respect you, you're allowing them to undermine your sense of self-worth. The power of protecting your energy. When you grow older, when you start succeeding, and when you finally become the person you were always meant to be, one thing becomes clear. Protecting your energy is everything. You've worked too hard to get to where you are today, and you cannot afford to let toxic people pull you back into their chaos. You've made the journey from the past, from weakness, from self-doubt, to strength, resilience, and purpose. Don't let anyone take that away from you. Don't let people who don't value you steal your peace, your confidence, and your progress. There are places and people that simply aren't meant for you anymore. And that's okay. Move forward. Build the life you deserve. Protect your energy, and never look back.